This is how Ten Hag's Manchester United beat Guardiola's Manchester City. When Man United were off the ball, there were individual marking in the midfield. Casemiro over Silva, Eriksen on Rodri and Fred over De Bruyne. Meanwhile, the three strikers tried to cover the passing lines in the central channels. However, Man City's fullbacks were free to receive the ball, but when this happened, Manchester United dropped back smartly and covered the possible passing lines. As a consequence, De Bruyne tried to occupy the space behind the first line of pressure, yet Fred was aggressive enough to stop him. When Man City's centre-backs moved the ball near United's half, the Red Devils tried to cover the central channels and also tried to avoid Rodri to receive the ball because he's a key player in Man City's build-up. The times City tried to progress through the flanks, United wingers stayed wide and stopped the full-backs. On this frame we can see much better Man United's defensive structure. 4 players are trying to cover the central channels, Casemiro and Fred are behind them, but when Haaland tried to occupy this space, Varane followed him. When Manchester United were on the ball, Man City tried to press high, but they weren't compact on pressure, therefore Fred and Casemiro took advantage of this space and they were always trying to play it with Marcus Rashford. Nevertheless, when Man City pressed properly, United played long balls, mostly to Martial, who has great skills to play it with his back at the goal. Therefore he could play backwards and the midfielders were always looking for the wingers. On these quick transitions, United reached the final third with 7 or 8 players. Casemiro was important off the ball because he was aggressive to recover the ball. As soon as this happened, he played with Bruno Fernandes, who was always looking for Marcus Rashford. But also Rashford was important in the build-up because many times he dropped back to receive the ball and dragged the opponent's fullback. He played with the midfielders and tried to take advantage of the space that he already created. Nevertheless, on the second half, Man City changed their offensive structure because the fullbacks played as inverted fullbacks and this created numerical superiority in the midfield and Walker ended up playing as an offensive midfielder. Also, De Bruyne had more mobility and thanks to that he was able to get rid of Fred. As well, Mahrez dropped back to cut inside and free Walker on the right flank. As a consequence, Man City's goal came. Rodri received with space to look for the best passing option. He played with Mahrez, who was wide. Walker's run attracted to Malacia and this created a space between Shaw and him. Also, Fred was out of position and De Bruyne had space. Casemiro knew that Rashford won't catch De Bruyne and he ran to try to cover De Bruyne, but he arrived late and De Bruyne made a great cross for Grealish, who was free because all United's midfielders were out of position. After that, United had troubles to recover the ball and start the offensive transitions. However, when Garnacho came in, he gave another speed to the attack and United looked stronger. Also, the attitude to press from Bruno Fernandes and Rashford helped United to recover the ball quickly. Varane started the build-up by playing a great through ball to Casemiro. He knows that Wan-Bissaka will receive free because Grealish went over Varane and Cancelo didn't support him. Also, he knows that Wan-Bissaka would have space on the right side, so he moved there. As soon as he received the ball, he saw the great runs of Bruno and Rashford. On the edge of the box, Bruno Fernandes made a great shoot and scored. For the second goal, Rashford won the aerial duel to Akanji. As soon as Fred received the ball, he played with Bruno Fernandes. He knows that Garnacho has space on the left side, therefore he made a great pass to him. Garnacho performed a great flick over Ake and assisted Rashford. Leave your thoughts about Ten Hag's tactics and Guardiola's. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by Mètrica Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst. Create and manage all your video analysis in one platform. Use coupon NasirSelad at checkout for a 10% discount.